shit not for me. Benjaga, we roll up with this, we all know that Naki Makapla. Same old story. What comes around?
Yo, what's up? Welcome to Urban-ish Unlock in collaboration with Tha Bravado presents to you Ijazi.
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 First episode, man. First episode.
Straight up. I go by the name Finesse Key, so flamboyant, always on the go, sure I'm spoiled. Picking up expensive habits, chasing little rabbits.
God damn, God's favorite.
You already know.
God's favorite.
I'm
boy. Smash, aka, yeah, man. That nigga everybody loves to hate, but they always got around.
Wow.
Asazi why?
Cause you're too opinionated. Yo, you're too much. Okay, basically, Ijazi. What is Ijazi? Ijazi is like, from our own rendition, it defines the burden that the black man has. Basically, yeah, it's
on a
Ijazi.
daily basis, you know what I mean? What we face as, you know, the urban black nigger in South Africa on a daily basis. So we're touching on that to create, you know, awareness and to give, you know, the advice that we think is necessary. It's important for us as men, as black men, to, you know,
to engage. That's inside the conversation, so that we start being cognizant of our flaws.
Sure. There's so much negative things around, and even that. These things that are present is always from an older going down. Yeah. So I think even guys at our age,
inheriting those things moving forward.
Sure.
So we wanna like cut the lineage from like going further.
For sure. And we also need to have conversations amongst ourselves.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
straight up, first topic, we're gonna be talking about the toxic relationship black men, especially within the urban context, have with money. The toxic relationship we have with money, because we feel like it's very toxic. We feel like we don't have the coping mechanisms to deal with money. We splurge, we don't save, we use money negatively. There's so much.
It doesn't build us. For some reason, it seems to exacerbate like the negative aspects of our lives. Yeah. For some reason, and it's so weird, you know what I mean? And for me, Joe, like I think, you know, as abantu abamnyama, Ubuntu is so ingrained in our genes and our genetic makeup, and I think it hasn't been adjusted to deal with contemporary problems that we face today. And for me, I think that's the reason why. We understand that we have this tendency just to give it away to everybody. Whatever. I think for me that's the problem, bro.
Yeah. So how do you, because you were talking about it, how do you define money? What does money mean to you first? Maybe see Labo.
Money is a means to an end. It's a tool. Ifana nekharaf. Yeah. Ifana nekharaf, boy. Isebenzisa ukuthi wenze lento kumele uyenze. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, how do you see it? You know
I
what
see
I mean?
it as money for me, like I was saying, it's freedom, and it gives me accessibility to fast track my goals and also to help me develop and move forward as a person.
But like this freedom you talk about, like people like abapaya amapodlela amaheni ama Glenfiddich and what they can say that's the access it gives them, but is that a good thing though?
It's not. That's where discipline and the whole financial literacy and the whole like planning and discipline with money comes into play. Because we automatically think that when I have money, it's going to solve all my problems. But we forget that like there's psychological impediments and disparities which we've inherited.
We're already coming in as broken
people. You know what I'm saying? So you think, obviously, if I'm broken, then you think I'm going to have money, my problems are going to be solved.
Yeah.
Then no, it exacerbates or even amplifies.
Magnifies them.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're a reckless person, money, you're going to be more reckless.
More reckless.
Sure. Which is why, like, when you say, like, it gives you freedom of choices, I think it also gives you freedom of choices as now.
For sure. It's not only like positive choices, so it's broad. Either we can make really, really bad choices or good choices.
Yes. And that's the problem with it, because as black people, through colonialization, slavery, we've inherited a lot of, like, we're a broken society.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've just been thrown into Inyugu. And Inyugu doesn't necessarily resolve those.
Yeah.
You gotta work the money. You understand what I'm saying? We don't have coping mechanisms
we don't.
To deal with Inyugu.
Yeah.
It's like utshwala, you know what I mean? Mawuphuza. Kumele ukuthi uphuze why every day. Ingamna lakwazi ukubuy ibhodlela le whiskey. Lichinde lapho. Liphuza after your occasion. Line approach to le bhodlela. Thina masibuy ibhodlela vandag sifuna ukubulala vandag.
I think the reason is because of using money as a supplication to try and supplicate what is hidden,
Yeah,
what
it's
is like
application,
in the
that's a big word,
cognitive.
yeah.
We think, okay, managing linking these
Sure.
burdens, this trauma, this
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah.
Then when I have money, I try and use money.
Yeah.
To
To
hide
resolve that.
everything out. That's why the
Sure.
negativity comes, because I'm not cognizant. So I'm gonna try and like splurge, buy money to try and make myself feel good, or to try and like heal those things. No, it's not. That's why I end up like using money negatively. I'm gonna splurge, and I end up being an alcoholic or addicted to whatever. I was listening to some guy who was talking. He's in the broadcasting field as well. He was working for a big prominent radio station, and he was saying he was addicted to gambling.
For sure.
So he was sleeping at the studio
For sure.
because he was messing up his entire salary
Rent.
and everything.
So
Didn't have a car. The shorty would bring him to work, and stuff like that. So he was hiding himself and sleeping in studio. So people would assume go to a span.
Sure,
No.
I got that
So people thought he was on drugs. He was like, no,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gambling.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he
speaks to that
thinks,
point yesterday. We were talking about Guti, just because you can get the money, just because you have ways to get the money, does not mean you got ways to use the money. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we are a hustler, but you always good man for getting million and you have the energy, you have the drive. You wake up in the and you go get it.
Yeah.
But that does not necessarily translate to you being able to use that money to better your life.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
sure.
this is an
It's a
example.
great example because he had like a career. He's
For sure.
talented. He has a basic standard income, but he messes it up. He can't like elevate himself to grow from the income. So instead, look at the strategy. He thinks, okay, I have a basic income.
Sure.
I have a job.
Sure.
I need to make more money through gambling.
Yeah, for sure.
You understand?
For sure. But even, you see, the thing is, I know gamblers, like addicted gamblers, people who lost, their lives to gambling. When they gamble, it's not even about the money itself, it's the thrill.
Oh.
You understand? If 500 rand,
Oh.
Pirates is Chiefs.
So they think
yeah.
it's about making money, but
But
it's
it
not.
isn't.
It's the thrill.
It's the
Being
thrill.
addicted to.
Yes. There's a hole they're trying to fill. Maybe they don't feel alive.
Again, it's a supplication.
Yes, and that's another thing with us as black dudes. I feel like we don't feel alive. You know what I mean? We feel dead inside for some reason, and we use inyungu to put us on a particular social status.
Yeah.
We don't understand, and I don't know where that comes from.
Let's talk about Ubuntu, because you were talking about the fact that you feel like Ubuntu does not go hand in hand
sure.
with money.
For sure.
Why?
Phela, Ubuntu comes from a point where sonke siyancedana. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
But nowadays, for instance, umuntu makabhoda, yabo. Wonke umuntu kakolekiwe ka sonke umuntu khipha ukuthi sincedane.
Yeah.
Yabo. So Ubuntu seems to only come into play when there's an emergency. Something wrong has happened, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then we need to deal with that something wrong right now. But we don't save money for the good things as well.
Yeah.
Because my emergency,
at some point.
it's also a god. Young told.
Yeah.
You know what, when your old lady is facing something, they're gonna come to you for uncedo. We understand. Yeah. But we don't prepare for that.
Yeah.
You understand? Even us, we're just chilling, we're saving for good things, but we don't save for the family emergency. And like you can't separate a black person, you know what I mean? Umuntu from ifamily yakhe, because it's so interconnected, it's ingrained. Yabon, which now, and those bonds are very shaky as well due to socio-economic issues as well.
For sure.
It might just exacerbate that brokenness there. We understand, because Ubuntu betu, we haven't adapted it to fit into contemporary living. That's why it's a problem.
So then how do we fit in Ubuntu to this modern idiom within the context of like money? Because you were saying Ubuntu does not go hand in hand in money. It means then when we're talking about money, there's no Ubuntu. You must cut Ubuntu and say, yo, this is my money. Yeah.
Not necessarily. I think you need to readjust it.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
You need to really make sure who is your family. Phela ngesintu ifamily yakho umuntu onesibongo sakho, even a cousin yakho. That's why let's say a person wins ilotto. You understand? A cousin yakho ibone 10 years ago is giving you calls like, oh boy, I'm going through the most. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to readjust and close the circle a bit. You understand what I'm saying? We need to close the circle a bit. You know what I mean? Maybe it's your immediate family and those who really mean something to you. You understand what I'm saying? I think we just need to close the circle of Ubuntu, and then maybe it will be more practical as well. That's how I see it.
And also I feel like communication, we don't talk about money as family. So we don't have like plans. Okay, as a family, this is how much you contribute. We contribute like for obviously necessities and basics like groceries, rent and whatnot.
For sure.
But we don't like save money together as a family for inconveniences, for education, for businesses and stuff like that. That's when the problem comes. Now I'm the one who's like a breadwinner,
sure.
or I earn more.
You're the one that made it in life,
right?
For sure.
So
for
when
sure,
an inconvenience occurs, I'm gonna be the one who's supposed to like cover everything. Had we decided to plan as a family, even if someone is putting like 2 claps every month or 8 claps, it's fine.
But let me interject you there. You see, that's even another problem. Just because when a man just so telling you get by, does that automatically make you the most responsible person in the fam?
Find out I'm the most messed up.
Yes.
The only thing is that I got access to Kuala for whatever reasons. Maybe it's career. I can hustle.
Sure. And the fam even switches up on you. We understand.
Yeah.
Abasakutsheli like utoti manje ngoba wena uwone
For sure.
Say bayathobela manje ngoba bafika kuwe, they coming in with some like little respect. You see, that's another problem.
Then I can mess up more. I get away with a whole lot of things.
For sure.
But I think also,
for sure.
Here's the other thing. Going back to my point that we don't talk. As a person now, if you are the breadwinner or the person who's made it, you're supposed to come back to the family, your immediate family, to say, yo, it's cool. Even if you don't tell them your exact salary, but this is how much I'm willing to help. So contribute
Why don't you
X,
tell
Y,
them
Z.
your exact salary? For me, I feel like people should be open about the imali abayihola. You understand? So if mina ngiyakutshela ukuthi boy ngihola i-15,000 on for start, and when uhola i-3,000, you understand? Manje when you be like to me like, yo nigga, masophelele imali uzoza kimi uzocela mina imali, understand? Mara you're not factoring ukuthi nami nginamaplan wami, uyangithola. Mina kumele ngikutshele ukuthi boy, in as much as you're my homie and everything, I got my own plans going on. I'll always look out for your best interest, but now kumele urespect ukuthi autonomy yami. We are together in this thing, but there's gotta be limitations. So for me, I think you should be open with the money.
I agree. That's where a whole lot of problems emerge. You would see we are not open. Even from the family dynamic, your immediate family dynamic.
Sure.
You're not open. People assume it's okay.
Sure.
You have money. And another important thing, I think, it's the people you help.
For sure.
Have to understand the sacrifice that you make. When I give you something, it comes from a good place. It's a sacrifice. And how does the next person use the money? Because if I'm giving you money and I'm not empowering you, or you're not putting it to good use, it's waste.
Or what if I'm enabling your bad habits?
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying?
I'm not teaching you anything.
Exactly.
So that's where it needs to start, with communicate with you. If I'm helping you, X, Y, Z, what are you doing to build yourself? So that it does not become like a habit with all the time I have to help you.
You know, like an example, like a homie of mine, like if we figure where you would boy, angnamali transport, or maybe imklakaso pelile ngicela ungizame. Angeke agaye ngule na imklakaso umklakaso pelile boy. Ngishaya ibhela ske manje okay sharp xa na ngubhayela umklakaso. You understand that boy?
He's like, no, I'm checking you.
It's not even a matter of checking you, right? You gotta be honest with people. Because manje mangifika ko ngithi ngicela you, I must be honest with you. What am I gonna use this money for? You know, sometimes we are ashamed because we don't want to seem weak. And we lie. And we don't, right? How much it has
like, no, I want to go drinking.
Then you be like, what? Yes. And like, ile nto lena esiranga ukuthi yabona even nasetshwaleni boy. Umuntu makafika laphayana, wena ufikile laphayana, uphethe iclip of 50, botsho ukuthi namhlanje uzospend iclip of 50. Uqedela uspend more than that.
Because
I don't know, you know what I mean?
Azange ngifake ku budget. I was talking. The point we're talking about like when we like plan. You know, we say okay, obviously I have to pay rent.
Monthly budget, sure.
Why don't you include your drinking habits or your whatever habits that you do? Because we act like.
Let me tell you why. It's the same reason. After you took Peggy Ponyako lapayana on your phone, you delete, you clear the browser history as if like azangu peg.
It's your habit.
It's your habit.
And I think also it comes from. It comes from the. How we view alcohol. And alcoholism has like painted a negative picture of alcoholism. Alcohol is very negative. You're a failure, you're this. And there's people who drink, but they are successful. It's like a homie of mine, he's dead, he drinks, he has a bar at his place and stuff like that. And it's funny enough, sometimes now that they're starting to get along. We are guy poos. But back earlier in the day, he used to like fight with him for drinking. And then Itamalia poos.
And who used to fight with
Itama? Used to fight with the boy. You're going to be a failure in life. So Donna was like, but you drink as well. Why did you make it in life? So it's not about whether I drink, it's about responsibility. ngiyafaka budget, and apart from drinking, am I like career orientated? Do I focus on my goals? Do I build, and how do I use my mind? Do I use a huge sum of my money into alcohol or ganja? Because obviously, if you take 80% of your money, now that's a problem.
That's a problem. Like income yakho after my expense when you pay literally.
Exactly.
Must to spend 7-8 go on and then just do that.
Or shorties.
And then just do that. And it even speaks to even in society, boys. You understand what I'm saying? What we see on television. Ipiano is always telling little kids, yo, hurry and senti.
Yeah.
You want to
go to Senti now and experience the life.
Let's say you earn 10 grand, right? We are figure la paya call. I understand. We are able to pay 6 gong a bank account in yak and that's I've seen it happen in real life, even myself. Young told fool like I'm a honey sega peggy boy. So for me, it's even it's a social problem, bro.
Yeah,
it's a social problem.
I think most of us it connects also to like social status.
Yes,
you want to be seen as I'm okay,
sure.
I'm cool,
Yeah.
I can afford certain things, like
yeah.
right life.
You
want to prove yourself to people. Yeah, it's that. And then at the end of the day,
but isn't that even toxic masculinity though?
It is, for sure. That's why I'm saying I feel like money is, it's not the problem. The core problem is these psychological impediments and disparities we have, because we have a whole lot of issues to do. If you're not self-confident, you have a bad self-image of yourself,
low
then
self-esteem.
Exactly.
Even if let's say you're arrogant as well.
100%.
Sure.
You're gonna want to use money to
Smash. You know what
I'm saying?
Shout out to King Monada, by the way.
For real. And I feel like he was touching upon that fact.
For sure,
real, because now you're trying to make yourself feel good. Because the only thing that you think you have is money. You don't have anything apart from it.
Actually, you can't even define yourself beyond in
For sure.
Yes.
It comes from a very dark place. Because if I don't think like I'm intelligent enough, or I am good looking enough, or I'm smart enough, and I have money, I would want to use that as a weapon.
I mean, even an example, let's say you take a guy, right? He was like a nerd, like and we've seen many examples of this. Umchita magaphuma manje and he gets the job as an actuarial scientist. You know what I mean? But I was boy.
Still. They still gonna. So what does he have? Money. Money talks.
Yeah. 14-inch weave. But now is it the shorty's fault though?
It's not.
Yeah.
It goes back to what is this book? She was like a blessee.
Blesser culture.
He was talking about it, but when you read the book, because I thought it was boring, when you read the book, she touches upon the psychological impediments, as I was saying. Most of these dudes who are elite business people,
I'm a
money, whatever.
I'm a tender boys.
Exactly. Most of them, I would say, Magastadisha, the direct person who she was dating. He passed there.
Sure.
He comes from a dark place.
For
poverty,
sure.
And most of the time when you come from poverty, maybe he was not that good looking. I don't know how he looks. And isn't the insecurities of growing up and not having access to things. Now we have money. We didn't have access to girls and what's not. Now we have money. So we bless her. You're a multi-millionaire. You're respectful in society. You're educated and what's not. They start going. Imagine a person who's like 60 or 70 dating a short who's like 20 or 19 who is in varsity. Automatically the power dynamics.
It's already skewed.
You know what I'm saying? First and foremost, they're much more educated, smarter, life experience, and money. Exactly. So it's not about sex.
He's a hurt person hurting another person.
Another person using what?
And the problem is, I just want to say this.
Okay.
The problem with shorties, right? Once a shorty dates somebody who got a car, it's hard for them to go down again.
No, they can't.
You understand?
Yeah.
So imagine at 19, Loshodi Lona Sakachola, Namatama Mahroet. Sakachola Gutmajin Doting provided
multi-millionaire. The person who buys them car, pays tuition, pays rent and everything. They're never gonna go back.
They've messed up that person, and like we need to stop that as black men as well. We need to think about the consequences of us splurging money like we careless. And it goes even beyond just the shorties. It goes to Intuana La Peseva seat. Yes, maybe give 150 the club. Magafika lapha amachita amthathela abantwana ngoba bona banemali ebhayi
for sure
makakhula naye makasemnandera we say the squeeze.
It's a cycle, for
Squeeze,
sure. That's why we're talking about things with the in the near future.
Sure.
I'm saying popping to you there, we're like, yeah, I'm sure you popping to me like, yo, finesse.
Like, shout out to the 2000, man. They looking mighty fresh, but no.
So we're trying to like talk about that as I say to bring awareness. So
for
at the end
sure.
of the day,
It's important.
At the end of the day, it's not about like as we think they just want sex.
Yeah.
It's about like controlling the person and inflicting, exercising their power. To supplicate what has happened in the past, because in the past I didn't get respect.
For sure.
But now I got money.
For sure.
I got respect. And we're talking about trophy girls.
Yes,
Figure when I pull up with that show, that was smashing like,
ooh,
ooh,
hey,
boy.
where she is,
like
boy.
you know me.
It's another status
you know
thing.
Me.
It's
you
another
know me.
status thing.
Exactly.
Boy. And like, you know, I think what we value as men, what defines us is very, and especially as black men, bro. Mama pega maybe amaphulo nanani, you understand? Abane family, because they've placed so much value, even like Muslims, Jews, and whatever.
Yeah.
They've placed so much value on the dating of your family. It's, you know, we come from broken homes, man. Most of my ninjas is raised by single mothers. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, but all the time I like you're riding somewhere else. You know? So like, it's these things, it's brokenness, boy.
100%.
Yeah.
I need to see that our family dynamic structure was broken.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem emanates. And now we have failed, as you were saying, we have failed to to modernize Ubuntu and to create a system that is relevant to this idiom that we're living in right now. So obviously if you're still using like ways that are far from this reality, we can't cope. We're talking about mechanisms to cope. We can't cope with anything. We don't know how to use money. We are yet to heal. And so it obviously like comes out negatively.
Yeah. But what do you think? I think like, just to wrap up, like what do you think guys should do? Like real life, you know, what do you think people should do? Because like in this conversation, I'm also reflecting on my own mistakes and my own shortcomings. You know what I mean? What do you think? Like,
I think it starts at home. Because you can't
what
just
if you don't have a home?
At age, yo, that's a big problem.
You know, what if I'm not talking to like in I'm talking to like a grown person, like a 28, 25-year-old.
That's the problem. How do you teach a 28-year-old? It's late. They
so
might
catch on.
No, they might, but but the mistakes that we have made, you're gonna make so much mistakes. You probably realize like, I don't know at what age, 30. Some people later. But you would have like messed up a lot.
But wait, so are you adhering to the idiom that says rather fix umntwana omncane osane chance than spend energy trying to fix a broken man?
Not really. I'm not saying we should give up on like people who are but I'm saying it's easier. When you're taught at an early age, you're still gonna make mistakes.
For sure.
But like it's easier because certain things are ingrained in your psyche. You know what I'm saying? Even when you know you do it, like you know.
Yeah, you always know we're wrong.
But like mind you have never been taught about money. You've never had money. And you know like you grew up Gucci. Like at age, maybe when you're 18, you've never had a grand in your life. You've never had a grand. You're only going to start making money after high school. Your first salary, you told maybe let's say 2.5. You've never had a grand.
You think that's a lot of money.
You don't know what to do with it. You go crazy.
So
it starts there, as we were saying, we don't come from money. That's a problem. And the education, the discipline, how to manage money.
You know, for me, bro, like me, I'm speaking to the Jimbos, you know, ninjas my age, you know, early 30s, mid 30s, you know, late 20s. Like, guys, I think you can still do better as a person. You know what I mean? It's important to use money to better you as a person, to achieve your dreams. You know, I think at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be loved. You know, I had that same problem. I tried buying love from amantombazana and abantu. I always thought like showing love is about, you know, how much money you can splurge on a person. You understand what I'm saying? So, boy. Shout out to the east side, boy.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying, you know, like Jimbos, we shouldn't give up on ourselves. You know, we really should not give up on ourselves. And if you know better, try to do better. You know what I mean? You're saying why? I'm just shooting a pose. You understand? Matter like, I know you got dreams, but maybe you wanna build a beautiful house. You wanna build a beautiful life. You gotta be constant. Keep your dreams very close to you.
For sure.
And your dreams are sacred to you. If you think about something every single day, that's your dream, boy. That's the only thing that's ever gonna give you joy.
For sure.
Value that far more than value pleasing other people. Because you understand? We don't value our dreams and our being above what we value. And Ubuntu has also got that side effect of trying to care about everybody else before you start caring about yourself.
Yeah.
You need to be a bit more selfish and a bit more self-centered and bring our being closer to the center, Chimbos. You understand? It's never too late, Chimbos. People can turn their lives around at any time. Ushava boy. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
But in 35, but it's in Dan.
You know what
you know
I'm
that
saying?
track, boy.
Yeah.
It's too much fire.
Yo,
Too much fire. Shout out to Java, boy.
Yeah.
You know,
Shout
coming
out,
up from that, that hectic thing with that other shorty. So for me, that's all, Chimbos. Never give up. If you know better, do better. We gotta be better as black people, man. We gotta be better.
100%.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, straight up. That was a mouthful. First episode of Ijazi. Yeah, yo, dog. Can I have like a tassa? In collaboration. Yo, production assistant.
Zambak. We want a sponsor here. We want a sponsor. Shout out.
Yeah, but I was saying, first episode of Ijazi brought to you by Ebonish Unlock in collaboration with Tha Bravado. Check us out on social media at Tha Bravado. Tha Bravado is spelled with THA. Bravado.
No muntu Bravado akazi handle yakhe. Akazi
But if you can go to the website,
yeah, for
the
sure.
magazine, Tha Bravado,
Tha Bravado.
you get like all the information. Subscribe, comment, engage with us, and tell us what you think about our first topic. There's so much more coming through. We'll be coming through with Dripping on Drip. Also, it's still Ebonish Unlock in collaboration with Tha Bravado. Finesse Keys holding it down straight up for the culture with my sidekick.
Sidekick? Nigga, I never been nobody's sidekick. Not in a million years, dog. Let's conversate, guys. Leave the comments, subscribe so that the robots can see us.
Much love.
Much love. Salkumula lechaz.
Salkumula lechaz.